G'day, this is a series of videos that I found on my camera that my daughter left on there. I don't think she wanted anyone to find them, but I can't help myself, so I'm posting them now in a series. They're hilarious. Enjoy. Cheers.
Now let's look at absorption. Absorption is where a wave hits a surface. This is great. Going great. Oh, strong. Delete this. How is it that we can see objects around us? Is it because of my eyes? If that were the case, then how am I still able to... Oh, crap nugget sack. Not this one. Delete this. How is it that we can see objects around us? Is it, how can I see this bear right here? Is it because of my eyes? If this were the case, then how come I can't see it if I turn the lights off? See? I still have eyes, this bear is still here, however, I cannot see it. This is because this is because I'm only able to see this bear because the light is reflecting off it into my eyes, thus making it visible for me to see. Don't really know what's meant to happen. Oh, okay, cut that weird pause bit and then go from here. Reflection. Reflection is the process that can happen where waves hit a medium and then bounce off the medium into our eyes, enabling us to see it, thus reflecting. Wait, what the hell? Come on. Okay, go from here. Reflection is the process. This video is going for so long. I'm just going to cut it. Reflection is the process that can happen to a wave as it hits a medium. It bounces off it, reflecting it. The law of reflection states that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Let's dig in here, man. Let's look at this ray diagram here. We have light bouncing off a smooth, even surface, so this would be something like a mirror. This is a specular reflection. Here we can see the waves coming in, and where the waves hit the medium, this is called the normal. The normal is always perpendicular to the surface. We can see how the law of reflection is being demonstrated. However, on an uneven surface, like a rock, this would be a diffuse reflection, the law still applies. However, they will just no longer be parallel as they scatter and point off in all different directions. The point of incidence is where the ray strikes the object. It just variates as it is called. This would just variate as it is called. What the flip, man? Fix that. Delete. Cut off this bit. So I'm going from uneven surface. On uneven surface, like a rock, this law still applies however, they would just no longer be parallel as they scatter and point off in all different directions. The point of incidence where the ray strikes the mirror just varies. This type of reflection is called a diffuse reflection. The rougher the surface, the more diffuse the light is as it reflects off a surface. Hey friends, and welcome back to Science Yay, where we say yay to science. In this video today, you got me there. Restart from here. Hey friends, restart from here. Hey friends, welcome to Science Yay, where we say yay to science. Today we'll be diving into the topic of waves. In this video we'll be looking at the definitions of transverse versus longitudinal waves and what the electromagnetic spectrum is. We'll also be unpacking the processes of the transmission of sound, absorption and reflection. But first, let's figure out what a wave is. A wave occurs where there is a transfer from energy from one point to another through a medium caused by a disturbance or variation that travels through the medium. A simple definition of what a wave is pretty much energy traveling from one point to another through a medium. Now, let's look at what a transverse wave is. A transverse wave is where the particles are moving perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. Ocean waves are an example of this. So what is a longitudinal wave? A longitudinal wave is where the particles are traveling parallel to the direction in which the waves propagate to. So the particles are moving left and right into the direction the wave is propagating to. Sound waves are an example of this. So what's the difference between these two waves? First of all, the movement of the particles. As in longitudinal waves, the particles are moving left and right and parallel, while in transverse waves, they're moving up and down and perpendicular. Now, another one is that longitudinal waves can travel through solids, liquids, and gases. However, transverse waves can only travel through solids and on the surface of a liquid. As seen in the picture, longitudinal waves consist of rarefactions and compressions, while transverse waves have crests and troughs. Now let's look at the electromagnetic spectrum. So it's pretty much a line in which shows the range of electromagnetic radiation. It shows the range of radiation and frequencies in which electromagnetic radiation varies to. So essentially, on one end of the electromagnetic spectrum, the waves are with the longest wavelengths and the lowest frequencies, and on the other end, there are those with the smallest wavelengths and the quickest frequency and produce the highest energy. The 7 types of electromagnetic radiation include radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. You can differentiate the types of electromagnetic radiation by its wavelength and frequency. Most EM waves we can't see. However, the ones that lie in the visible spectrum, which are visible light, we can see. Everything on the electromagnetic spectrum travels at the speed of light though. This is 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second to the power of -1. Now let's look at the transmission of sound. Firstly, every sound is produced by vibration. These vibrations travel through the air and into our ears, enabling us to hear. But how long does it take for these vibrations to get to our ears? Well, this depends on which the medium that it is traveling through. These mediums include solids, liquid, and gases. Sound traveling through a solid travels the quickest because in solids, the particles are more dense and tightly packed together. When a sound is made, it doesn't just go in one direction. Like, if I were to talk with my back facing you, you'd still be able to hear me because my sound is vibrating and going through the air all around me. Now, let's look at reflection. How is it that we can see objects around us? Cut here. Why are our shoes different colours though? What is it about these shoes that make them absorb some wavelengths and reflect others? Well, we all know that the sun reflects light. This light is white light, which carries all of the different colors and all of their frequencies. But the molecular structure of an object determines the colors that it absorbs and reflects. That's great. Thanks for watching this video, friends. Thank you so much for watching Science Yay. I just want to thank my sponsors, Mr. McCoy, and all of my references, which I will link in the description. If you watch this video, I would say give it an automatic A. Thank you so much. Bye. Science Yay.